Hello guys, welcome back to LR Anime. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of Renegade Immortal 163 based on novel. So let's start. A ray of thunder flew through the stars. Inside the thunder was a thunder beast with silver horn that contained a hint of gold. Its whole body gave off flashes of lightning and looked very majestic. Wang Lin was sitting in the lotus position on the back of the thunder beast. His hair moved without any wind and his eyes were shining. Although he looked ordinary, he gave off an extraordinary aura. If anyone saw him right now, they would without a doubt think he was a messenger of the Thunder Celestial Temple. Right now he was far too similar to Thunder Daoist. If a messenger of the Thunder Celestial Temple met Wang Lin, they would be startled. More than 900 years of cultivation allowed Wang Lin to reach the late stage of Ascendant, the same cultivation level as Zhu Qzi back then. If Zhu Qzi wasn't dead, how would he feel if he saw this? The little cultivator who he only considered a pawn had grown to such heights. Late-stage ascendant cultivators were considered supreme existences in some small cultivation planets. No one would dare to provoke them there. After spending the last year absorbing celestial spiritual energy, Wang Lin had finally reached this peak. He only needed to take another step for his cultivation and domain to reach completion. After that, he would be able to take the step toward the second step. Not many people could reach the second step of cultivation, and it was so difficult that cultivators at the first step couldn't imagine it. Although Wang Lin hadn't reached that step, the few times he battled with illusory yin cultivators made him realize how powerful second step cultivators were. The first step of cultivation was already very difficult. Thinking back over these 900 years of cultivation, crisis was around every corner. Any bit of carelessness would have caused my soul to be destroyed. If it wasn't for Senior Ju Yi, I would already be dead from trying to break into the ascendant stage. If the first step was already like this, then the second step must be more difficult. The second step must also have its own life and death trial. I wonder if I can pass it. However, a person who follows the will of the heavens is the same as a mortal, and someone who goes against the heavens is immortal. As long as my Tao heart remains, I can conquer all dangers. Wang Lin's eyes shined brightly. There is also the third step of cultivation. Even people like the All-Seer haven't reached it and are struggling in pursuit. What level is this third step? How will it compare against an ancient god? Wang Lin's eyes showed a hint of anticipation. However, he knew that the third step was currently too far away. He might not even grasp it before his lifespan ends. The 3 steps of cultivation are like climbing a mountain. Each step is more difficult than the previous. I don't know how many realms are in the third step. I just don't know if there is a 4th step. Wang Lin's right hand gently rubbed the thunder beast's head. Lightning moved through his hand, but it had no effect on him. Does the 4th step exist? Wang Lin muttered, as if he was asking the stars. No one could answer this question. The thunder brought Wang Lin toward Planet Thousand Illusion. Planet Ran Yun was where his memories were sealed, so Wang Lin didn't want to go there anymore. It is about time to explore that moongazer serpent on planet Yun Xia. I need a large amount of celestial ascension fruits, so the Huan family is the best choice. Wang Lin rode the thunder beast forward. Although it was slower than the star compass, it was still very fast. The original body has absorbed the spiritual energy of a small planet and its strength is at 4 stars. However, it is still missing the aura of an adult ancient god. I wonder if I can find it in the All-Heaven star system. Wang Lin's eyes lit up as if he had an epiphany. The moongazer serpent is a parasite that lives inside an ancient god's body. I wonder if there is any remnant aura of an ancient god there. Wang Lin remembered something from the past. Back then, on planet Tian Yun, a messenger of the Cultivation Alliance came with a star sable. That creature is extremely sensitive to the aura of an ancient god. If that beast was here, it would help a lot in search of an ancient god's aura. The thunder beast roared as it flew through space. Half a month later, Planet Thousand Illusion appeared in Wang Lin's eyes. His eyes were calm as the thunder beast flew toward Planet Thousand Illusion. The moment he closed, in countless thunder clouds appeared and the sound of thunder rumbling echoed across the sky. This phenomenon immediately caught the attention of the cultivators on planet Thousand Illusion. The thunder beast closed in and directly penetrated through the atmosphere. As it floated in the air, it raised its head and let out a roar. This roar represented all the thunder in the world. The rumble affected all the thunder clouds created by the arrival of the thunder beast. Bolts of thunder descended from the sky, creating a series of explosions. Just like when Thunder Daoist arrived on planet Ranyun, every cultivator on planet Thousand Illusion trembled. Their bodies and souls shook from the might of the thunder. After releasing the third seal, the strength and inheritance the thunder beast gained made it no weaker than an illusory yin cultivator. Wang Lin frowned. He didn't want to attract so much attention. He slapped the thunder beast's head, causing it to immediately stop roaring, and flew directly toward the ground. The thunder beast rushed straight for the Huan family's home according to Wang Lin's memory. Before he closed in, every cultivator of the Huan family flew out with Huan Fengshan leading them. They looked at the approaching thunder with horror in their eyes. When they clearly saw Wang Lin sitting on the thunder beast, some people even exclaimed out loud. The people of the Huan family could never forget Wang Lin. Sitting on the thunder beast's head, Wang Lin's eyes carried lightning sparks as he calmly said, "Huan family head, come forth." Huan Fengshan took a deep breath. He stepped forth and respectfully said, "Huan family's Huan Fengshan greets messenger of the Thunder Celestial Temple. I didn't recognize Lord Messenger before. I hope Lord Messenger doesn't mind." Wang Lin would naturally not explain and said, "There is no need to talk about matters of the past. I want to ask if you have a way to obtain a large amount of Celestial Ascension fruit." Celestial Ascension fruits? Huan Fengshan was startled and immediately bitterly said, "Lord Messenger, this." Wang Lin's eyes narrowed and looked at Huan Fengshan. The thunder beast under him began to growl. Huan Fengshan let out a sigh and revealed a decisive gaze. He nodded and said, "Forget it, the Huan family will give up the opportunity to enter the Thunder Celestial Realm in 100 years and give all the collected Celestial Ascension fruits to Lord Messenger." Wang Lin's expression was neutral, but he began to think. This Huan Fengshan's words contained some clues. Could the Celestial Ascension fruit have something to do with the Thunder Celestial Realm? The Thunder Celestial Realm was going to open up in 100 years. Wang Lin had heard this from Sun Shi before. Wang Lin's expression didn't change as he silently nodded. The Huan family had a large amount of Celestial Ascension fruits, but it still wasn't enough for Wang Lin's needs. "It seems I have to borrow the name of the Thunder Celestial Temple and go through this northern domain for more." Wang Lin rubbed the thunder beast's head. The 5 major planets in the northern domain of the All-Heaven star system each had many cultivation planets under them, and there were many cultivation families on these cultivation planets. Wang Lin sat on the back of the thunder beast and went directly toward the Chen family. The second step cultivators of the Chen family had gone into closed-door cultivation long ago, so everything regarding the family was managed being by Chen Kuizi. When Wang Lin entered planet Thousand Illusion, Chen Kuizi noticed instantly. When he saw Wang Lin arrive on the Thunder Beast, he was convinced that what the Huan family's ancestor said was a lie. This person was without a doubt a messenger of the Thunder Celestial Temple. Thinking about the powerful treasures and spells this person displayed 70 years ago in the battle against the Huan family's ancestor, Chen Kuizi's heart trembled. The messenger of the Thunder Celestial Temple my Chen family relied on died in the Thunder Celestial Realm several thousand years ago. In the All-Heaven star system, unless it is one of the ancient families, everyone needs to rely on a messenger of the Thunder Celestial Temple to survive. Chen Kuizi hesitated. His decision now would determine the future development of the Chen family. Unfortunately, all of the second step cultivators in the family are all in closed-door cultivation. I can't disturb them, or else there would be someone to discuss this with. While Chen Kuizi was hesitating, Wang Lin headed toward the Chen family's city on the Thunder Beast. The Chen family's city was very large, several times larger than the Huan family's. After all, the Chen family was the #1 family on planet Thousand Illusions. Chen Kuizi and some cultivators of the Chen family quickly came out to welcome Wang Lin. Although Chen Kuizi's cultivation level was higher than Wang Lin's, the status of a messenger of the Thunder Celestial Temple was as high as the heavens, so they wouldn't dare to offend one. On the Thunder Beast, Wang Lin's eyes were calm as he looked at the Chen family cultivators. Finally, his gaze fell on Chen Kuizi, and he said, "Senior Chen Kuizi, long time no see." Chen Kuizi laughed and said, "I don't dare to be called senior. Lord Messenger's status is noble, and my cultivation level is merely slightly higher. Let's talk as peers." While Chen Kuizi spoke calmly, his heart was shocked. From what he could see, this person had gone from the early stage of Ascendant to the late stage of Ascendant in less than a century. Although he was still in the first step, this speed was shocking. Only the various cultivation methods of the Thunder Celestial Temple could do this. What shocked Chen Kuizi the most was the Thunder Beast under Wang Lin. This Thunder Beast was even fiercer, and when its gaze fell on Chen Kuizi, he felt like he had encountered a cultivator with similar cultivation level as his. Chen Kuizi thought, "Back then, I thought this person had high status in the Thunder Celestial Temple. It looks like my guess is 70% likely to be true." Wang Lin faintly smiled and said, "That is fine as well. Fellow cultivator Chen Kuizi, I'm here to ask for some Celestial Ascension fruits." Chen Kuizi silently pondered a bit. Although the Celestial Ascension fruits were very important to enter the Thunder Celestial Realm, getting the support of a messenger of the Thunder Celestial Temple was more important. The only hesitation he had was the future development of this person. It has to be said that in the All-Heaven star system, once a family was supported by a messenger, they couldn't be supported by another until that messenger died. With my Chen family's resources, we can bring a messenger that has reached the second step. However, those second-step messengers are all too arrogant. To gain their support would require too many resources. This person's cultivation is lacking, but his potential in the future is infinite. Although this is just a bet, if I bet correctly here, Chen Kuizi began to hesitate. In the All-Heaven star system, if a family was not supported by a messenger of the Thunder Celestial Temple, it meant that they lost the protection of the Thunder Celestial Temple. The consequences of this were extremely serious. The Thunder Celestial Temple was a giant existence that shrouded the All-Heaven star system. Its method of control over the All-Heaven star system was very primitive and very different from how the Cultivation Alliance controlled the Alliance star system. In the All-Heaven star system, the Thunder Celestial Temple had a set number of messengers that never change. It always maintained 99 people. There were 99 messengers of the Thunder Celestial Temple, and each would have a large number of families that relied on them, allowing them to develop their own forces. This was the unique style of the All-Heaven star system. Thunder Daoist's forces weren't in the northern domain, and he had only come here because he was ordered to investigate. It was due to his own confidence that he came by himself, and this resulted in his downfall. If Wang Lin and Thunder Daoist were battling in Thunder Daoist's sphere of influence, Wang Lin would without a doubt died. Chen Kuizi pondered for a long time, but Wang Lin didn't urge and quietly waited. He didn't know what Chen Kuizi was thinking. In fact, Chen Kuizi's thoughts had nothing to do with the Celestial Ascension fruits. Shortly after, Chen Kuizi let out a sigh. The Huan family ancestor's words still echoed in his ears. He hesitated before saying, "Lord Messenger, my Chen family has a lot of Celestial Ascension fruits, and we can give you half of them as a gift. However, I have a request I hope Lord Messenger can agree to." Wang Lin's eyes were calm as he slowly said, "Speak." Chen Kuizi looked at Wang Lin and said, "I would like to see Lord Messenger's Thunder Celestial Temple token." His gaze narrowed. If this person couldn't take out a token, then he was a fake, but if he could, Chen Kuizi would make a certain decision. Wang Lin coldly looked at Chen Kuizi. Without wasting time, he slapped his bag of holding and Thunder Daoist's jade flew out. Bursts of thunder immediately came from the jade and the might of thunder spread out. Chen Kuizi had seen the token of a Thunder Celestial Temple messenger once before. At the moment he saw the token and felt the might of thunder, his expression immediately became respectful and the doubt in his heart disappeared. "Lord Messenger, my Chen family is willing to make an agreement with you. When you reach the yin and yang stage, my Chen family will become your subordinates. Before that happens, my Chen family will do our best to meet your needs." Although Chen Kuizi no longer had any doubts, The matter of gaining support from a messenger was simply too important. He decided to wait instead of completely devoting themselves. Wang Lin's expression remained the same, but his thoughts raced. This Thunder Celestial Temple seemed a bit strange. Becoming my subordinate family, can the messengers of the Thunder Celestial Temple develop their own forces? Wang Lin didn't ask but softly said, let's talk about this matter in the future. First, bring me the Celestial Ascension fruits. Chen Kuizi secretly sighed. It seemed the other party was not interested in his deal. It was not abnormal, as without handing over their family's bloodline inheritance, it wouldn't be considered truly becoming a subordinate family. He didn't know if his hesitation had made his Chen family miss out on a chance to develop in the future, but right now he didn't have time to think about it. After hearing Wang Lin's order, he sent out the order to the Chen family members. Shortly after, a cultivator of the Chen family appeared with a bag of holding and respectfully handed it to Chen Kuizi. Chen Kuizi threw the bag over and said, Lord Messenger, this is half the Celestial Ascension fruits my Chen family possesses. Wang Lin scanned it with his divine sense and then nodded. The amount of Celestial Ascension fruits in this bag was about the same as what the Huan family gave him, but it still wasn't enough for Wang Lin. Thanks. After clasping his hands at Chen Kuizi, Wang Lin patted the Thunder Beast's head. The Thunder Beast let out a roar before turning into a bolt of thunder and disappearing. Chen Kuizi looked at the bolt of thunder leaving and felt regret. If he was more decisive and had gained support. Wang Lin had only obtained 1/5 of the Celestial Ascension fruits he needed, so there was still a lot to go. During the last 100 years, Planet Thousand Illusions had undergone a lot of changes. The Shu family had mysteriously migrated. After leaving Planet Thousand Illusion, for the next several months, Wang Lin swept across the northern domain and borrowed the identity of a Thunder Celestial Temple messenger. Regardless of whether the cultivation planet was big or small, he would appear there. A rumor saying that a Thunder Celestial Temple messenger was requesting Celestial Ascension fruits soon appeared. However, this was quickly suppressed by Wang Lin using his status as a Thunder Celestial Temple messenger. This rumor only remained among the cultivation families. A lot of cultivation families had never met a Thunder Celestial Temple messenger, so a lot of them greeted Wang Lin with a grand welcome. Almost all of the families were shocked by the title of Thunder Celestial Temple Messenger, so, like the Chen family, they handed over a portion of their Celestial Ascension fruits. In the end, whenever Wang Lin arrived, the cultivation families would immediately hand over a portion of their Celestial Ascension fruits. Some of the smaller cultivation families even requested to become his subordinate families. After Wang Lin careful consideration, he didn't accept these requests, as this matter was too big. He had no feud with these families, and the risk was too great. If they became his subordinates and his identity was exposed in the future, it could easily implicate them. After experiencing all this, Wang Lin gained some clues to the use of the Celestial Ascension fruits to the Thunder Celestial Temple and why families became subordinate to Thunder Celestial Temple messengers. The Celestial Ascension fruits piled up until Wang Lin had far more than he needed, but he still continued to collect them. After all, these fruits still had great use in the Thunder Celestial realm. Half a year later, Wang Lin, along with the Thunder Beast, formed a ray of thunder and charged toward planet Yunxia. Among the bright stars there were many nebulas. Thunder echoed from the Thunder Beast, and Wang Lin traveled extremely quick. If I can succeed in this trip, then the metal element of the heaven-defying bead will be complete. After that, it should be able to recognize an owner. I just don't know if it will have any powers. Wang Lin's expectations began to rise as he flew toward planet Yunxia. Along the way, he took the 1 billion soul flag and searched the memories of the old man that was good at escaping. He memorized all of the old man's escape spells. This old man's escape spells left a profound mark in Wang Lin's memory. If it wasn't for all the things that had happened, he would have studied them long ago. Planet Yunxia gradually became closer. In half a month, planet Yunxia's special fog appeared before Wang Lin's eyes. The fog was thicker than the last time he came here. The bolt of thunder closed in, and before it even closed in, there were loud rumbles. Wang Lin's eyes narrowed, and after a moment, he charged toward the thick fog. Bursts of roars came from the fog. When the roars landed in Wang Lin's ears, it made his eyes light up. The fog was so thick that it was preventing his divine sense from spreading too far. The thunder beast let out a roar and charged into the fog. Thunder covered its body as it descended through the fog. The thunder melted large amounts of fog as they descended. Sitting on the thunder beast, Wang Lin's eyes lit up and he slapped his bag of holding. The 7-star sword formation flew out and rapidly rotated to clear the way. With the experience from last time, Wang Lin had a good understanding of planet Yunxia. His speed was not fast and could even be considered slow. Whenever the thunder beast let out a roar and wanted to go faster, Wang Lin would stop it. Although the speed was slow, it was stable. With the 7-star sword formation, they easily cleared the way and came closer to the surface of the planet. Wang Lin calculated the distance it took for him to get through the fog last time, and when there should have been less than 1,000 feet remaining, he suddenly felt a sense of crisis in his heart. The thunder beast detected this danger even earlier. Without waiting for Wang Lin's order, it immediately changed directions and charged out. A slender tentacle appeared like an afterimage and swiped through where Wang Lin just was. It was simply too fast and seemed to only make a tiny hole through the fog. Fortunately, the thunder beast dodged quickly enough. The tentacle that stretched out waved around before immediately withdrawing. However, while it was withdrawing, it wrapped around Wang Lin's 7-star sword formation. It seemed to carry a powerful section force as it pulled the 7-star sword formation down. Wang Lin's expression was gloomy. If he didn't know of the danger and had rushed down, he wouldn't have been able to dodge the tentacle. Fortunately, he wasn't going too fast, so the thunder beast was able to dodge it. The tentacle contained a powerful ability. When it touched the 7-star sword formation, it made it so he couldn't control the swords. This tentacle looks familiar. Wang Lin silently pondered for a bit before his eyes lit up and he recognized the origin of the tentacle. Wang Lin gasped. This thing is shockingly similar to the Moongazer serpent's third form. The Moongazer serpent had 3 forms. The first form was the dormant form with no offensive power. When Wang Lin first came here, that was the state the Moongazer serpent was in. The second form was when all the tentacles were withdrawn and the Moongazer serpent would change into various shapes. The current Moongazer serpent was in this state. The third form was the assault form. All of the tentacles would be extended and could extend as long as the Moongazer serpent itself. If one encountered a Moongazer serpent in this form, they must escape, or they will be attacked. Thinking about this, Wang Lin's expression became even more gloomy. He looked at the remaining 1,000 feet of fog and began to hesitate. When I came here last time, there were 2 Moongazer serpents here. One was in the first state and the second one was sleeping. Why have they changed now? I don't know which Moongazer serpent that tentacle belonged to. Wang Lin pondered for a moment. If he left now, not only would he have wasted his time gathering the celestial ascension fruits, he would also lose the 7-star sword formation. I lost a treasure before I even got close. Wang Lin's eyes lit up and revealed a decisive gaze. He really wasn't willing to leave like this. He patted the thunder beast's head and then it charged through the fog, but it didn't emit any roars. After leaving the fog, his divine sense was no longer obstructed. The scene that appeared before him made him suck in a breath of cold air. The earth was completely different from before. The swaying plants from before had disappeared and were replaced with long tentacles. These tentacles were dark red and gave off a mysterious power. This made Wang Lin's scalp tingle. His divine sense spread out and he carefully scanned the area before letting out a breath of relief. Only 10,000 feet long. That means it is only heading toward the third form but hasn't fully awakened. However, without stimulation, it is impossible for the Moongazer serpent to be like this. Someone must have come here in the last 100 years. Wang Lin frowned. However, even if someone came, it is unlikely for them to have stimulated it into transforming into the third form. This matter is strange. Wang Lin jumped off the thunder beast and pondered. He looked toward the thunder beast and talked as if he was talking to a person. With your abilities, you should be able to detect the dangers here. If you still aren't willing to revert back into the war chariot, it will only increase the danger for both of us. The thunder beast waved its big head and began to ponder. It glanced at the tentacles coming out the ground and revealed a look of disdain. Wang Lin frowned hard and simply decided to ignore it. He moved forward without causing any disturbance. He moved slowly and carefully as he made his way between the tentacles. In his eyes, each of these tentacles contained terrifying attack power. While Wang Lin flew, one of the tentacles before him suddenly lashed toward him. A powerful force rushed toward him. The powerful wind created by this force blew Wang Lin's hair backwards. The wind was like knives as it hit his face. He had been vigilant and was carefully observing these tentacles. When the tentacle attacked, he saw the root of the tentacle change slightly. In almost an instant, Wang Lin teleported away. He was so fast that it created an afterimage. The tentacle hit the afterimage before slowly retracting and returning to normal. Wang Lin's figure appeared in the air. He stared at the tentacles on the ground and his eyebrows knit even tighter. To make the moongazer serpent fall under the effect of the celestial ascension fruits, they must be used on its sensitive spot. However, doing that will be troublesome with these tentacles. After pondering for a bit, Wang Lin slapped his bag of holding and a large amount of celestial ascension fruits flew out around him. Wang Lin's eyes lit up, his right hand reached out, and he said, "Refine." Sounds of crisp explosions could be heard as the celestial ascension fruits all shattered and turned into red liquid that condensed together. Wang Lin's hand formed a seal as he spat out a mouthful of origin energy that surrounded the liquid. His origin energy turned to flames and then red mist started being refined out of the liquid. Wang Lin's eyes became cold as he grabbed the mist and charged toward the ground. He pushed his hand down and the red mist rushed toward the tentacles. In the blink of an eye, the mist spread more than 1,000 feet wide. The dense, red mist surrounded the tentacles. It was much easier for the tentacles to absorb the fruits in mist form. The dozens of tentacles within the area gradually slowed down their swaying. It was the same as mortals getting drunk. The tentacles' dark red quickly turned into a crimson red. Wang Lin carefully descended and moved between the tentacles. The tentacles seemed to completely ignore him, which let Wang Lin breathe a sigh of relief. Shortly after, he finally landed on the ground. There was a scene in the ancient gods' memories about the moongazer serpent's sensitive spot. It was the root of the tentacles. Just a small little stimulation there would stimulate the whole body. Wang Lin carefully took out celestial ascension fruits, usually dozens at once, and refined them into a red liquid. After placing restrictions on them, he allowed the red liquid to merge with the root of the tentacles. While he was doing this, he was very cautious. He was very careful and had his divine sense spread out. The redness from the tentacles quickly dissipated, and Wang Lin knew he didn't have much time. After placing the red liquid at the root of the last tentacle, he quickly flew out. Almost at the instant he flew out, the red mist dissipated. The tentacle's color changed from crimson red back to dark red. However, there were bulges on the tentacles that moved down underground. When Wang Lin saw this, he recognized this scene. This was the moongazer serpent expelling the toxins from its body just like a mortal using the toilet. The thunder beast had been looking at Wang Lin from the sky, and it was a bit annoyed. When it looked at the tentacles on the ground, the disdain in its eyes became even stronger. It moved forward and charged directly at the ground. Bolts of thunder shot out from its body and the rumbling sound transmitted across the entire planet. Wang Lin suddenly turned around and shouted, "Damn beast, quickly come back." Just at this instant, the ground trembled as if the entire planet had become alive. All of the tentacles stopped swaying and immediately extended toward the thunder beast. There were too many tentacles coming from the ground. At first the thunder beast was filled with disdain as bolts of thunder transmitted through the tentacles and into the ground. However, in the next instant, a mysterious power came from the tentacles and the tentacles gave off a red light. This red light was blinding, and in an instant the entire planet became red. Those tentacles moved even faster, and in the blink of an eye, they wrapped around the thunder beast. No matter how hard the thunder beast struggled or released thunder, it had no effect on the tentacles. It couldn't break even one tentacle. Wang Lin was far away, and his expression was extremely gloomy. The moongazer serpent in the third form was extremely sensitive to sound, so the more the thunder beast roared, the tighter the tentacles wrapped around it. The disdain in the thunder beast's eyes gradually disappeared and was replaced with fear. Wang Lin sent a voice transmission. "Stop roaring." His face was cold as he took out celestial ascension fruits. At this moment in the core of planet Yunxia, a thin figure was sitting inside a vast cavern. Outside of his body was a huge furnace. Strands of tentacles about as thick as an arm were wrapped around the furnace. The tentacles constantly wiggled as if they were absorbing something. The old man's expression was gloomy when he suddenly opened his eyes, and his expression became even more gloomy. The walls of the cave began to move and large amount of red mist came in. There was also some foul-smelling filth that contained lightning, which made the smell even worse. The old man was Greed. If Wang Lin was here, he would immediately recognize this place as the place where the moongazer serpent absorbed nutrients and expelled waste. This video will end here.